No one went near the glass temple. Locals on the desert planet of Icarus 9 said it was cursed. They warned every visitor, if you go inside, you don't come back. But Daniel Grayson, a young Earth explorer, didn't believe in ghost stories. He believed in fame. And fame, he thought, was sitting right in front of him, a massive alien temple made completely of glowing blue crystal. He stood at the base of the temple's giant doorway, holding a camera drone on his shoulder and grinning. This, he said to the recording, is the legendary Temple of Glass, untouched for 1,000 years. They say it was built by a race older than Earth itself. Let's go check it out. His boots crunched against the sand as he walked up the shimmering stairs. Each step hummed quietly under him. The walls glowed gently, pulsing like they were alive. He stopped at the top and turned back to wave at his ship's pilot, who hovered nervously in the distance. Stay ready, Daniel said. If I scream, run in. Inside, the air was cold and still. Daniel walked slowly through the main chamber. It was beautiful. Pillars of transparent glass, giant carvings of alien script, and in the center of it all, a tall crystal statue of a woman. Her body was elegant, perfect, smooth like water. Her eyes were closed, her face calm. She had a small crown on her head and long sculpted hair that flowed like a frozen wave. He walked around the statue slowly, filming every angle. Wow, he whispered. This is incredible. She looks so real. There was a small golden plate at her feet. He wiped the dust and read aloud. Scylla, last warden of the gate. Do not touch. Do not awaken. He laughed. Don't awaken? What is this, a fairy tale? Looking around, he made sure his camera was still recording. Then he shrugged and leaned in toward the statue's face, kissing a 1,000-year-old alien statue. He said with a smirk, for the views. He kissed her. A soft breath of wind rushed through the chamber. Daniel stepped back quickly. The statue didn't move. He laughed nervously and turned off his camera. All right, I did it. That was dumb, he muttered. But then the ground trembled. He spun around. The glow in the wall shifted from blue to deep red. A sound like a slow heartbeat echoed through the temple. And the statue was changing. Her eyelids fluttered. Daniel froze. Her eyes opened. They glowed with a soft golden fire. Her lips parted. And in a calm, emotionless voice, she spoke. You doomed your species. Daniel stumbled back. In fear. What? No, wait. The floor cracked beneath him. Red lines spread like veins across the crystal ground. The runes on the walls lit up, one by one, forming a circle. Scylla's statue body shimmered, as if flesh was forming under the glass. He ran. Daniel sprinted through the hallway, barely dodging falling chunks of crystal. His ears rang with the sound of alarms. The outer doors slammed shut behind him just as he leapt out into the sunlight. His pilot, I shouted. What happened? Daniel looked back. The temple now glowed bright red. A massive alien symbol appeared over the roof, burning into the sky. I don't know, he said, breathing hard. She spoke. She moved. She said, I doomed Earth. The eye scanned the sky. That symbol, it's spreading. It's being picked up by satellites all over this quadrant. Daniel grabbed the edge of the ship. We have to leave, now. The ship lifted into the sky. But Daniel couldn't stop staring out the window at the temple, which now pulsed like a living heart. The countdown had begun. On his wrist tablet, a new display appeared. 0, 99, 59, 59. It began to tick down. Daniel's face turned pale. What is this? His eye answered. A planetary system-wide activation sequence. But I don't recognize that language. Daniel looked down at his lips in the reflection. Their glowing faintly was the same mark that had appeared on the temple's roof. He had been marked. Whatever had slept for 1,000 years was now awake. And it had already named him responsible. Asterisk. The timer followed him into space. Daniel sat alone in the dark cockpit, the engines humming quietly behind him. He didn't sleep. He didn't blink. He just stared at the numbers on his wrist tablet. 089, 16, 20. The countdown kept ticking. He had taken a shower, changed clothes, scrubbed his skin, even tried to delete the recording from his drone. But no matter what he did, the glowing symbol stayed on his lips, as if it had burned itself into his soul. At first, he thought it was a joke, maybe some old alien security system. But now everywhere he looked, the symbol appeared. His ship's control screen, the navigation glass, the AI's face when it booted up. Captain Grayson, the AI finally spoke in a calm, nervous tone. "We have a problem. What now?" Daniel whispered. "I just received a warning signal from 4 colonies, different planets. Same thing." The AI projected images across the ship, red skies, cracked earth, machines exploding, screens blinking. The same countdown. All of it spreading fast, and all of it began the moment Daniel kissed that statue. "Am I causing this?" he asked quietly. Before the AI could answer, the lights on the ship flickered, then darkness. The power dropped. Daniel felt his chest tighten. The ship floated in complete silence. Then in front of him, something moved. He gasped. A reflection. No, not just a reflection, a face. In the glass. It was her. Syla. Her golden eyes stared at him through the cockpit window, like she wasn't just a memory, but something living inside the wires. "You carry the key," she whispered. "And the curse." Daniel backed away from the screen. "What are you? Why are you inside my ship?" She tilted her head. Her face didn't look angry. It looked sad. "I was made to protect the seals," she said. "But love opened the lock." "I didn't love you," Daniel said quickly. "It was just a joke. The kiss doesn't matter," she replied. The willingness to connect did. With that, her image vanished. The power returned. Engines roared back to life. Daniel stood there shaking. What had he awoken? A moment later, the AI buzzed again. "There's someone trying to reach you on a private signal. Old encryption. Alien origin." "Put it through," Daniel said. The screen changed. A hooded figure appeared, not human, not fully alien either. His face was marked with ancient symbols. His voice sounded like sand and thunder. "You touched her," the figure said. Daniel nodded slowly. "I didn't mean to. She was the warden. The only thing keeping the others asleep. You broke." The silence. Now they are listening. "Who are you?" "I am called the Archivist. I warned your kind not to come here." Daniel clenched his fists. "Then help me fix this, please. I'm not a hero." "Unjust. You are now the beacon," the Archivist said. "Every lost weapon, every locked vault, every buried creature that obeyed the warden's slumber, they are all waking because of you." Daniel's voice cracked. "How do I stop it?" "There is one key left," the Archivist said. "But it's not a machine. It's a choice. You must return to the temple before the timer reaches 0, or your world will be the first to burn." Before Daniel could respond, the signal ended. His heart pounded. The AI spoke. "Captain, I don't recommend returning to Icarus 9. It's unstable. Something massive is growing under the surface. And now, satellites are reporting flashes on Earth's moon. It's spreading." Daniel wiped sweat from his forehead. He had 2 choices, run and hide, or go back to where it all began. He looked down at the timer. Again, 0 to 88 hours 52 minutes and 9 seconds. "Set course," he said quietly. Back to the temple, the ship turned. The stars blurred past the windows. And somewhere deep below his feet, he felt it. Not just engines burning, something was watching him, inside. His chest. Inside his blood, like a memory that didn't belong to him. Suddenly, his screen flashed again. It wasn't a call, Dot. It was a message from Sela herself. Only 3 words. You carry me. Daniel stared, heart pounding. Dot, and for the first time in his life, he was truly afraid. The archivist did not live in a house. He lived inside the bones of a dead starship. Daniel's ship landed on the frozen wasteland of a broken moon. The surface was cracked and sharp like glass. Winds howled across the ruins. Above him, the black skeleton of a crashed alien cruiser stood tall, twisted metal like a ribcage torn open. The ship had crashed hundreds of years ago, but something still lived inside it. Daniel walked forward, holding a small flare. Every step echoed. Archivist, he called out. You told me to come. No answer. He moved deeper into the wreck. The air felt colder than space. Something old filled the place, not just dust or rust, but memory. Like the ship itself remembered dying. Then a whisper. You brought her out of sleep. A voice said from above. Daniel turned fast. On one of the upper beams stood a tall figure wrapped in black robes. His face was covered by a glowing veil, made of threads of light. His eyes shined like dying stars. Daniel raised his hands. I didn't know what she was. I thought it was just a statue. The archivist jumped down, landing silently, not like a man but like a shadow. She was never just a statue, he said. She was a warden of the sealed. Her body held back a chain of locks across the galaxy. One kiss broke the first. And now the rest are failing. Daniel's voice was dry. What are the sealed? The archivist didn't answer. Instead, he touched the wall of the dead ship. A ripple moved through the metal. Holograms bloomed all around them. Floating images of burning planets, machines splitting open, and dark shapes crawling from ancient ruins. Daniel stepped back. They were not enemies, the archivist said. They were mistakes. Creatures too dangerous to kill, so our ancestors locked them away. Inside stars, inside moons, inside thoughts. Inside thoughts? Daniel blinked. The archivist nodded slowly. The oldest one doesn't have a body. It lives in the idea of destruction. If the galaxy remembers it, it grows stronger. That is the final lock. And Sela was the seal. Daniel stared at the glowing images. So by remembering her, by speaking to her, I'm feeding it? You are the conduit now, the archivist said. Her energy is inside you. She gave it to you when you kissed her. Some of it was memory, but some of it was the curse. Daniel's breath shook. Then remove it. Take it out of me. The archivist's tone turned cold. I cannot. Why? Not? Because it's not just inside you anymore, the archivist said. It's inside everyone who saw your video. Daniel froze. He remembered uploading the footage. The moment the statue opened her eyes, the glowing countdown, her voice saying, You doomed your species. Millions had seen it. The archivist continued. Now every mind that watches, every person that hears her name, feeds the final sealed being, the one that lives in memory. Daniel's voice cracked. I didn't mean to cause this. Intent does not undo truth. The air inside the wreck shifted. A low hum began to rise. The archivist turned to the wall. She is trying to reach you again. She wants to protect you, but her love is the final trigger. You must not answer her. Suddenly, red light exploded from Daniel's wrist tablet. The countdown pulsed, faster than before. 077, 342. He screamed. Tell me what to do. There is only one hope, the archivist said, stepping close. There is a mirror world, a forgotten place between space and time. That is where the curse began. If you go there, and if you face her without love, without memory, you may. Shut the gate. Daniel looked at him. Without love? I don't even know her. You will, the archivist whispered. She's becoming real again. The more you feel, the more she becomes. Daniel swallowed hard. How do I find the mirror world? The archivist pointed toward the stars. You already marked it when you kissed her, he said. She left a door in your mind. Tonight, while you sleep, she will try to enter your dreams. Let her in, but fight her feelings. That is where your battle begins. Daniel stepped back, stunned. You're saying I need to win against a dream? No, the archivist said. You need to survive being loved by a memory that wants to destroy the universe. Daniel left the broken ship in silence. He returned to his own vessel, laid down in the dark, and waited as the stars passed overhead and the engine stayed silent. He closed his eyes in the distance. A soft voice whispered in his head, Daniel, come find me. Asterisk. There was no planet under her feet. Sela hovered above the surface of Thalaran, a frozen world of winds and lightning. Her toes never touched the ground. Her long silver hair floated behind her like smoke. Her body, once crystal, now shimmered with skin that pulsed with light. She didn't walk, she drifted. Like a ghost becoming a goddess all around her. Life stopped. The alien villagers fell to their knees. Birds froze in midair. Machines shut down, and the ice under her glow melted into steam. She raised her arms, and the ancient stones buried beneath the planet's crust began to rise, each one covered in symbols that hadn't been seen in 1,000 years. Her voice was quiet, but it reached every ear on the planet. The second lock, she whispered, is now open. The ground split. Energy exploded into the sky. And in space, satellites caught the shockwave, another seal broken. Another world changed. Back on Daniel's ship, alarms screamed. Warning, the AI said. Massive pulse from Sector 9. It matches the signature of the Temple of Glass, but 10 times stronger. Daniel jumped from his bunk, eyes wild. Sila, the AI confirmed. She's walking across the galaxy, planet by planet. Activating. Whatever was buried. We're tracking 4 worlds now. But she's not stopping. Daniel grabbed the cockpit edge. And the countdown? The AI answered. It's accelerating. 0 hours 59 minutes and 41 seconds. 19. He stared at the glowing numbers. She's waking up the locks, one by one. The archivist's voice echoed in his memory. She was a warden. Now she is the trigger. He had seen her in his dream. Last night, she entered his mind. Not with fire. Not with fear. With warmth. A memory that didn't belong to him. A planet made of gardens. A younger version of Sela laughing beside a man who looked exactly like him. His name was not Daniel, but Thalan. His voice, his touch, his kiss, everything matched Daniel. And Sela loved him when he woke up. Tears were on his cheeks, but it wasn't his love. It was hers. He knew now. Sela was mixing her memories with his. The more he thought of her, the more she grew stronger. He had to stop it. Daniel opened a hidden drawer and pulled out a device, an old dream diver, banned on most Earth stations. It allowed users to dive into the dream realm while awake, a mirror space between memory and spirit. I'm going to face her again, he said. The AI warned. That's dangerous. She's already connected to your emotions. If she senses guilt or affection, she might pull you in permanently. I don't care. I need to talk to her while I still remember who I am. He put the device on his head and closed his eyes. Inside the mirror realm, everything was white. Not light, not clouds, just space with no beginning. Daniel floated. Weightless. Then, footsteps. He turned. Sila was there, but this time she wasn't glowing. She wasn't a goddess. She wore a simple gown, no shoes. Her eyes were soft. Her voice gentle. You came, she said. Daniel stood straight. This is not real. Then why does it hurt? She whispered. He felt it. The ache in his chest. The strange need to protect her. The fear of losing something he never truly had. It wasn't his memory, but it was leaking into him like rain into dry sand. Sela walked closer. I remember you, not just your face. Your soul. You are Thalan. A not, Daniel said firmly. My name is Daniel Grayson, from Earth. You were him. Or you. Carry his echo. And I was made to destroy everything I love. Tears rolled down her cheeks. They didn't vanish. They hit the ground and turned into fireflies. She touched his face. You kissed me, and I woke up. But I wish you hadn't. Because now I have to finish my task. Daniel pulled away. Don't. You don't have to. We can find another way. No, she said, because the other way already failed. Love was the weapon they warned me about. I never understood why, until I remembered your face. Behind her, the sky cracked. Reality was bleeding. Your galaxy has days left, she said, unless you stop me. But I can't fight you, Daniel shouted. You can, she said, if you stop loving me. He stared at her. She took one last step forward and kissed his forehead. The dream broke. Back on the ship, Daniel gasped as he woke. The AI rushed over. Your vitals were unstable. We almost lost you. Daniel wiped his face. She's in pain. She doesn't want to do this, but she's still moving. And the next planet is Earth. The AI whispered. Captain, Earth is glowing red now. The final gate might already be opening. Daniel stood, teeth clenched. She walks the stars. But I'll run faster. She wasn't made for love. But she remembered it anyway. The stars flickered as Sela floated through space. Her arms glowed, her body wrapped in ancient codes, her skin half light, half memory. She was supposed to be a machine, a warden, a guardian, a lock on the door of the apocalypse. But her heart still carried the warmth of one long-dead man. And now she had seen his face. Again. Earth hung ahead like a blue jewel. So fragile, so loud. Billions of minds, all dreaming, all remembering. The kind of planet that could unlock the final prison. Sela stopped above it. She placed her hand to her chest. Inside. Something trembled, not a weapon, not an alarm, a heartbeat. Far below, Daniel stood in a forgotten bunker beneath the Rocky Mountains. Cold sweat clung to his back. Around him, ancient Earth tech hummed to life. Screens, satellites, and something older. Something not built by humans. It was a gateway. The AI hovered beside him, scanning the control panel. This system was built over an alien ruin. Someone. New Earth was one of the final seals. Daniel nodded. The dream showed it to me. Sela came here once before, 1,000 years ago. She locked something under our feet. But now she's unlocking it. The AI said. Daniel looked up. Unless I reach her first. He pressed a button. The floor split open, revealing a glowing platform. It pulsed with the same golden light Sela carried in her veins. If I stand on it, he said, and think of her. It will summon her, the AI finished. Or what's left of her. Daniel stepped forward. Somewhere between Earth and Thought. Wind blew where no air should exist. Sela appeared in front of him. She looked younger now. Less like a weapon, more like a woman torn in two. I told you not to come, she said. Daniel didn't flinch. I came anyway. Because of love? She asked softly. No, he answered, because I need to stop you. You don't want to destroy Earth, Sela. You're scared, just like I am. She closed her eyes. You're right, I don't want to, but I'm not only me anymore. When the locks broke, they entered me. The sealed. Their voices are inside my mind, and they are louder than my heart. Daniel reached out. She stepped back. I don't want to fight you. You're not fighting me, she said, voice trembling. You're fighting the part of me that remembers you. That's the part they want to kill. The space around them turned black. Storms of red lightning cracked in the distance. Daniel held his ground. You were made to lock them away. You're stronger than them. But they're using your love, your emotions to crack your control. Sela dropped to her knees. Her hands clutched her head. Voices screamed in alien tongues around them. They're telling me To burn everything, she cried. And I want to, but I don't. Daniel knelt beside her. Then don't, he said gently. You said I carry you now. That means your hope is inside me too. So trust that part, not the voices. She looked up at him. Her eyes were wet with silver tears. I was designed not to feel, but you do, Daniel said. And that's why they're scared of you. Silas stood slowly. Around her, the storm began to fade. I can stop it, she said, but only if I let go. Daniel frowned. Let go of what? Of you, she whispered. She raised her hands, the energy inside her flaring like a sun. I'll give you my final memory, she said. It will break their grip, but when I do, you'll forget me, forever, and I'll be locked again. Daniel stepped back. No, there must be another way. There isn't, she said with a soft smile. You helped me remember love, but love must become sacrifice. The world around them turned gold. Time froze. She leaned forward. This time, she kissed his forehead. Not to awaken him, but to say goodbye. Back on Earth, the gateway exploded in light. Daniel fell back, gasping. His head was empty. He touched his chest. No pain. No mark. The countdown was gone. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. 0. The AI blinked. It stopped. The signal is gone. Earth is safe. Daniel stood, confused. He looked to the sky. There was a strange feeling, like something beautiful had left, but he didn't know what or who. He stared at the stars. They felt lonelier than before. Far away, in a starless void, Scylla stood once more in the temple of glass. Her body turned back to crystal. Her eyes closed. A new golden plate formed beneath her feet. She gave up her love to save his kind. She smiled, even as she faded into stillness, and just before her mind turned quiet forever, she whispered one last word only the stars could hear. Daniel, asterisk. The world was quiet, too quiet. No storms, no satellites crashing, no strange voices in Daniel's head. The countdown had vanished. The warden, Scylla, was gone. And yet, Daniel could not sleep. Something felt wrong, not in the stars, but in the soil, beneath his feet, beneath Earth itself. 3 days after the light burst from the underground gate, Daniel walked alone across a forgotten valley in Nevada, near the old alien ruin where it all began. The eye hovered silently above him. I should feel relief, he said. But I don't. It's like we stopped a war that wasn't even the real fight. The AI didn't answer immediately. Then it spoke carefully. I've been detecting tremors under this area. Rhythmic, not tectonic. Daniel frowned. You mean footsteps? No, not exactly, the AI said. More like breathing. Daniel crouched and pressed his hand to the rocky dirt. It was warm. Too warm. He suddenly remembered what the archivist told him. The oldest one doesn't need a body. It lives in thoughts. But some are buried deeper. The kind you can't kiss awake. Daniel's voice dropped. Scylla wasn't the real end. She was just the key. The real threat is still down there, beneath the crust miles below. A long-forgotten vault pulsed. Not with technology. Not with fire. With muscle. It was alive. A massive shape, wrapped in chains forged from suns, began to stir. Its skin looked like cracked mountains. Its eyes were sealed shut by alien runes. And around its neck was a collar, engraved with the symbol Daniel had seen on Scylla's chest. The warden's lock, now empty. Now broken. The creature groaned. Low and deep. A sound like Earth itself crying out. At the space observatory high above the atmosphere, Earth's outer satellites began going offline. But not from attack. From silence. Something under the planet was jamming their signals. Daniel's AI reported it. All long-range systems going dark. Ground-based sensors reading. A pulse from the mantle. Heat levels rising. Not natural. Daniel's blood went cold. It's coming up, he said. Whatever Sela sealed, it's coming to the surface. That night Daniel stood at the edge of a dried lakebed, watching cracks spread through the ground like lightning bolts. One of them glowed red. He turned to the AI. "Can we contact the archivist?" "I've been trying," the AI replied, but his signal went dead. The moment Sela vanished, Daniel stared at the sky. She sacrificed herself. But now something worse is filling that void. Suddenly, the sky blinked. Not a star. A hole. A black ring opened above the mountain. Something ancient was trying to claw its way out from below. And above, like a mirror pushing through both ends. And then he heard it. Not a voice, not a scream, but a thought, crawling inside his mind like cold water dripping into his skull. The seal is broken, and love was the invitation. Daniel dropped to his knees. He remembered everything now. Sela didn't just pass him her memories. She passed him a warning, buried deep inside her kiss. A last message. A vision. The vision. The planet cracked like an egg. The creature emerged. Taller than skyscrapers, its face a mass of shifting eyes. Every step it took turned cities into dust. Its breath was radiation. Its words broke languages. It didn't hate life. It simply didn't understand it. It wanted silence, perfect, eternal. Silence, and the last words in the vision, spoken in Sela's voice. "If it awakens, the galaxy will forget what light even feels like." Back in reality, Daniel gasped. "We're out of time," he said. The dream wasn't just her memory. It was a message. She knew this thing was next. The AI beeped sharply. "Then we need a plan. Something strong enough to seal it again." Daniel's hands shook. There's only one place left where the original seal might still exist. The planet they never spoke of. The one even the wardens feared. He brought up an old map, coordinates from Sela's data. A planet with no name, only a warning in red alien letters. "Here sleeps the first silence." Daniel stared at it. He knew the risk. But this time, it wasn't about saving Earth. It was about keeping the galaxy alive. He stepped toward the cockpit. "Set a course," he said, "to the forgotten world." The AI responded. "And what do we do when we get there?" Daniel's eyes narrowed. "We find the last key. We face the thing Sela feared the most." The cracks in the earth spread wider behind him, and far, far beneath the soil. The monster smiled. The last planet had no name. No stars shined above it. No records remained in any galactic archive. It floated in total darkness, hidden between collapsed wormholes, wrapped in silence that even machines refused to read. But Daniel went anyway, because Sela's memory led him there, and she had whispered one final message before vanishing from his dreams. If love can wake a warden, then maybe it can seal a god. Daniel's ship broke through the thick black clouds of the hidden world. The surface looked like cracked glass over endless shadow. Gravity felt wrong. The air had no sound. It was like standing on a thought. Not a planet. His AI flickered and rebooted twice before speaking. "This world has no natural physics. We are standing inside a consciousness." Daniel checked the last signal Sela left in his brain. A pulse, faint and warm, moved inside his chest. He followed it. Every step he took, the ground changed. Shapes of memories floated past him. A child's toy, a garden, a broken sword. These weren't his thoughts. They were hers. Sela's memories, still alive, still floating, as if waiting for him to find them. And at the center of it all, there it stood, the final gate, a throne of broken time covered in silver vines, with chains reaching into the sky and into the planet's crust. Something was rising from beneath it, not a creature, not a machine, but a presence made from everything the galaxy feared, and it spoke without words. "You brought her to life, and now you must pay." Daniel stepped forward, fists clenched. "You were sealed away because you eat meaning," he shouted. "You feed on memory, on dreams, on love. The dark presence responded by showing him Earth, burning, crumbling, humans screaming with empty eyes. "You cannot stop me with weapons," the voice boomed. Daniel held his chest. "I didn't. Bring a weapon." He opened his hand, and in his palm, a glowing light appeared. It was shaped like a tear. It pulsed with a rhythm he knew too well. Sila's heartbeat. The moment she kissed his forehead, she didn't just seal the countdown. She gave him her core, the last fragment of the Warden's light. Her love, her will, her purpose. Daniel raised it. The dark entity laughed, a sound like thunder breaking across dying planets. "You think emotion will bind me?" Daniel stepped onto the black platform at the base of the throne. "No," he said, "but love sealed you once. And it can do it again." He placed the glowing fragment on the throne. The ground cracked. Chains reformed. The sky tore open. The entity screamed. Images from across the galaxy flooded into the sky. Species, stars, oceans, even dead moons, all crying out in harmony. Not fear, but memory. The galaxy remembered SYLA. And in that remembering, she returned. From the light, Sila's form appeared in front of Daniel, no longer a statue, no longer broken, fully alive, fully hers. "You carried me farther than I ever thought possible," she said. Daniel smiled. "You told me not to love you. I didn't listen." She nodded gently. "And now I need you to say goodbye." "I can't," he said. "You must." She floated toward the dark entity, her light burning brighter. Her hair turned to fire. Her body shimmered with symbols ancient as time. She turned one last time. "Daniel, close your eyes." He obeyed. She kissed him. The galaxy held its breath. Every ship paused. Every sensor glitched. Every moon glowed. And then a wave of golden light exploded from the nameless world. The dark entity screamed once and was gone. Sila vanished with it. In her place, a field of stars bloomed where there had been only silence. 1 month later, Earth Daniel sat in a quiet garden, watching children play. Birds chirped. The sky was blue again. The world had moved on, but he hadn't forgotten. He still wore a pendant, a small crystal with Sila's symbol glowing faintly. The AI, now installed inside a small companion drone, hovered beside him. "You've been quiet," it said. Daniel looked up at the sky. "I still see her. Not with my eyes, but inside, like the stars remember her." He paused. "She wasn't human, but she taught me the most human thing of all." "What's that?" the AI asked. Daniel smiled. "Love is the only thing that can touch even a god." The wind carried the scent of flowers. And somewhere, far beyond light, a woman made of memory watched silently, her hand pressed to her heart, still glowing, still loving.